Hey Taurus, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to you. This is going to be your yearly 2022 love and general reading. I'm going to be using a new system from my previous yearly readings that I've done in the past. And first and foremostly, what we're going to be doing is taking a look at how you will be presenting yourself to the world. So the first card is representing first house energy. And obviously the first house is ruled by Aries, but first house represents how you appear to others, your identity, how you will express yourself. And we have the Three of Cups. So this is a clear indication that you'll be expressing yourself towards others as a person who is very jovial, who's very happy, who's very positive, someone that wants to socialize with others also. I'm also hearing for some of you that you may change your image, you may change your look to a more playful look. But I do gain a sense with this first card right here, because this card is the Three of Cups. You may be presenting to the world as somebody that is, always in different groups of settings. Like, for instance, you may always be associated with a specific group, which could be your sisters, which could be friends that are like brothers or sisters. Okay, so people will always associate you with a specific group. Maybe a creative group is what I'm picking up. This is a card of being accessible. So if you were in the past someone that wasn't really seen, due to what was going on in the world, if you were a person that, chose to hibernate, this is going to be a year whereby you'll be more social. This is going to be a year whereby you could actually be, making the arrangements for everyone to come to yours, or let's go to the mall together. Let's go to a restaurant. You're going to be coming out of your shell, more sociable, more accessible, right? Also, let's take a look at your money for the year 2022, your work and your income. Now, you actually rule the second house, Taurus. So for you, in regards to your money, I definitely feel the sense. When this card came out, I just got a strong energy of you gaining money through doing something creative. So there's going to be a new creative project that you are going to be cooking up. For some of you, I'm hearing that you could actually start a food business, or there was a food business idea that you had in the past, but you may have put this idea off. In this new year, however, I definitely feel, I'm hearing for some of you drinks as well. So for some of you, if you are of age, then you should be anyway if you're listening to my videos, but you could want to do something in regards to making up your own, your own drink, something around alcohol. So you could be coming up with your own cocktail ingredients and you could be selling them. For some of you, I also feel like there is a creative idea that you may have been putting on the back burner, but this is going to be a year where you're going to be putting yourself out there. There's something that you always wanted to do. This could be singing, this could be, I'm hearing art for some of you, clothes making. This could also be something in regards to poetry. Some of you could be putting your poetry out to the public. Some of you are actually authors is what I'm hearing. So you could actually start to gain money from this creative project. Or for some of you, I'm feeling the strong sense of you feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And, you may shop around to find publishers for a book that you've done, and this actual book that you may have written, or this song or some sort of poetry, you may have been sitting on this idea, feeling to yourself, is this actually going to make me money, or is it even worth me doing? But there's the energy of you, and it could possibly come around March, or say, March or the ending of February. You're going to be putting your work out there, and there's going to be a little bit of feeling quite shy about putting yourself out there. However, I do feel that your work will be very well appreciated from others, and you will gain a good reception because it may be something original. Your ideas are, I'm hearing magical with this Piscean energy. It's very Neptunian. You are going to be bringing your fantasies into a reality. So people are going to get a chance to experience your mind, right? So this is a good look for you, Taurus. For others of you that don't resonate with that, anything that you do that is creative, some of you could decide to start your own YouTube tarot channel, or start a channel based on talking about philosophy. I don't know, I got philosophy for, because that's like Jupiter energy, but Pisces was also ruled by Jupiter once upon a time. But you may decide to, you know, speak about theories or, you know, astrology, because Neptune's still in Pisces, right? But you're going to be putting yourself out there. This is also about creativity. So some of you may have a Pisces moon, a Pisces rising. So anything Neptunian, anything that is like something that you find escapism in, right? So for instance, if you find escapism in baking, or, you know, because when you do things like baking and cooking, you're bringing a fantasy, a dream into a reality, you know. It's magical because you're putting your energy into this creation. So some of you could actually be, you know, deciding to bake, deciding to, you know, cook for others, or basically putting yourself out there. And it is going to either generate more money if you're doing this already, or you will start to see that people will want to align with you, want to work with you, collaborate with you, and you will start to see money coming in through these creations, right? So I feel the majority of your money will be coming from your creations this year, Taurus. And also, let's go on to the third card, which represents your third house. And, you know, the third house is ruled by Gemini. And it represents thinking, siblings, communication, social activity, neighbors, social media, and early education. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, and we have Pisces energy again. So you definitely have Pisces in your chart. I feel like in regards to how you will be communicating with your neighborhood, your siblings, you know, social activities, it's going to be a bit of a pause here, because with the Hanged Man energy, it does speak about things being in stagnation, yes, but also someone taking a pause so that they can actually, you know, focus on, you know, the bigger picture. And this is an energy of you not rushing into situations that you may have done so before. And this is about you really looking at spiritual underlying themes of how situations have actually transpired in the past. So I'm not saying you're going to be skeptical of people, but there could be a specific Piscean person that could be, you know, around you this year, or there could be a Piscean energy that, you know, you may call time on, is what I'm picking up. You know, some of you could have like a Pisces sibling, a Pisces relative in general, you know, because with the third house energy, it does speak about siblings and neighborhoods. I feel like you may not want to actively integrate with your neighborhood. Maybe you've done so in the past, but this is like a pause. I need to, you know, maybe in the past I rushed into situations. You know, this is about me being quite mindful with who I align myself with who I allow to be around my energy field, right? This could also represent, you could have a sibling that is a Piscean person that may have put you on hold, or you may have put them on hold because you want to find clarity about a situation. This is also saying that, to me, you're not going to invite anything new into your life during this time. This is about being in introspection. And to me, this is about really getting in touch with your spirituality and looking at lessons and looking at how things unfold with other people, and when you associated yourself with other people, how things may have transpired. So this is like maybe learning a spiritual lesson through a Piscean person, right? Because we've got Pisces energy here. Some of you may actually align yourself with a Piscean person that opens up your spirituality for you even more, you know, opens you creatively even more also, is what I'm picking up. So this is quite a deep, profound card for me. In terms of communication, again, because the third house does actually represent Gemini, which I mentioned before, and it's early learning. And yes, Geminis are ruled by the planet Mercury, and so is Virgo. But Gemini is the beginning stages of when one goes to learn, right? So I'll say this is all about going into nursery, and when you get to Virgo energy, which is also ruled by Mercury, that's about the higher mind. That's about maybe going to university. That's about going maybe to high school, right? And then when you get to Sagittarius energy, that's all about going into higher education. That's all about going to maybe law school. When I say law school, but that's about going into areas such as maybe doing a degree, maybe doing a master's, PhD, etc. And then when you get to Piscean energy, that's 12th house energy, you're still learning. That's when you learn about self. You mastered everything you had to learn, and now you have to learn about self, right? 12th house energy is all about introspection, okay? And spirituality as well. So there is an energy whereby you will actually be learning about yourself in the year 2022, more so than you have done so before, exploring areas such as spirituality, which you may not have done before in the past, but really seeing maybe signs, seeing patterns unfold, connecting the dots. Or again, you could align yourself with a Piscean person that allows you to see more and learn more, I should say, about your spirituality. There's definitely someone you could be putting on pause, because you will become enlightened about maybe someone around your neighborhood or a sibling, is what I'm picking up. Some of you also, what I'm picking up, you may align with different groups of people that are on the same vibrational frequency in regards to learning about spirituality. So some of you may decide, I'm interested in such and such, and you may find groups of people, even though this is more 11th house energy, but you may find like groups of other people that are interested in the same things that you're interested in. Very Neptunian energy. So you could actually find people within your environment that like to bake, that like to create, that like to cook, that like to paint. For some of you, I'm hearing yoga. Some of you may want to actually do some sort of yoga, meditation. So you could find clubs around your area with other people that are interested in these types of forms of spiritual practices as well, right? Getting in tune with oneself. And you could also, again, be shutting others off who are not, because it's definitely energy of you really being aligned with yourself and feeling, why didn't I find out about this much sooner? Why didn't I meet these people much sooner? It's almost like you'll be meeting your soul tribe, is what I'm picking up. So regardless of what you're into in a spiritual sense, and when you're creating, that's also spiritual, because you're taking from the ethers to bring it into the 3D. You're going to be connected with people around, your environment that are into the same things that you're into. You can meet people that are into tarot. You can meet people that are into astrology. You can meet people that are into yoga. You could meet people that are into meditation. You can meet people that are into, creating, baking, cooking, whatever the case may be, drawing, dancing. This is the types of people that you'll be connecting with, right? But there's an energy of you calling time on some sort of connection that you had with someone. This could be someone from your neighborhood or a sibling, right? Now, let's take a look at the fourth card, which represents the fourth house, which is ruled by Cancer. So we have your home, root, self-care, emotions, children, and women. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. There's a lot of projects that you may want to get off the ground, Taurus, the Seven of Pentacles. Seven energy represents, to me, something very spiritual, and that's that whole Neptunian vibe again, right? Neptune is ruled by the planet. Neptune is a planet that is ruled, by Pisces. So again, this is a representation of you having a lot of different projects that you want to get off the ground, and you may feel like there's just no time to do what I want to do. And these things could be quite home based, because the fourth house speaks about fourth house things that you do at home. The fourth house speaks about the home, the mother, your roots, your self-care. So you may feel like you've got so much things to do that you may find that you don't have any time for yourself. And this is about you finding the time for yourself. You may feel quite overburdened, overwhelmed. You may feel as though you are doing everything on your own. And this, I would say, Taurus, is when you need to reach out to others to give you help, not to take on all these burdens on your own. For some of you, I'm hearing that all these projects and ideas that you have, it requires only your focus to be on them. Like, other people won't be able to help you in this way. How do you know if you don't ask, right? You could lessen the load by asking for help, because I do feel and see that you will have a lot on your plate, but this is something that you would want going into the year 2022, and these wants are things that you had in the pipeline, and you may feel like, okay, I need to start that, but that needs my attention. I need to do this and I need to do that. What about myself? Again, this is about asking for help. I also feel for some of you with this seventh house energy, with the Seven of Pentacles, this is also representing that you may feel uncomfortable to ask for help, and some of you may have a lot of children. And again, if you do have family members, if you are with a partner, then it's best to share the load with these people or this person. There could be some sort of hesitancy in regards to wanting to connect with a mother as well. For some of you, the seventh house energy, I keep saying seventh house, right? Some of you may have Pisces in the seventh house, because we got, for my seventh card, the moon, which is represented by Pisces, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So again, this is the energy of you really getting in touch with your intuition. And maybe I'm hearing telepathic communication. There's someone that you may be telepathically connected to. You could be, in fact, telepathically connected to your mother, and you may feel like your mother needs your help during this time, but you may also feel that you have a lot going on. How am I going to help my mother? How am I going to connect with my mother? For some of you, this is about you needing to connect with your mother in regards to gaining help. How did you do it? Maybe getting answers from your mother. How did you do it when you was in my position? This is about starting something new. Some of you may have been estranged from your mother, and you may want to, you may want to actually connect with your mother during this time, but you may feel like, how am I going to fit that in? Or how will the actual reconciliation be, because it's been so long? Could have been 7 years for some of you. But this is all about you being busy and trying to make room for other things in your life, such as maybe connections that you may have put off for a long time, but also trying to find the time and asking for help when you need the help as well. And that could be in regards to if you have children or not, because you may also neglect your own self-care because you just got so much going on, and you may feel like there's no room to emote. It's not about me. This is about maybe you putting others before yourself, and there's nothing wrong in that. But if we keep giving ourselves to others and we ain't got nothing left, then we ain't got nothing to give anyone else. So this is about you finding a balance, right? You may also feel quite tired because, again, you may be connected to different groups. Like, you may have a friendship group, you may have sister group, brothers group, etc., church group, whatever the case may be. You will be with different groups, and you may feel quite overwhelmed. And this is about taking that time out and maybe spending time just pampering yourself, and knowing that just because you've taken a step back doesn't mean you're a bad friend, doesn't mean you're a bad sibling, doesn't mean you're a bad child, right? You need to give yourself that self-care, because it's energy of you giving your energy to everyone other than yourself. You need to take time out for yourself, right? Let's move on to the fifth card, which is ruled by Leo. And the fifth card speaks about how will your romance be, your love life, children, fertility, drama, joy, and creativity. So we've got your energy, Taurus. We've got the King of Pentacles. So I feel like, some of you could be in a connection with another Taurian person, or this could be your energy that you are going to be embodying. The King of Pentacles is a very stable person. This is someone that is financially secure. This is someone that takes care of their spouse or their partner. This is someone that is a homeowner. This is someone that is stable. This is someone that exudes the energy of Venus. Now, Venus is all about love, luxury. And when I think of Venus, I think of the five senses: taste, smell, hearing, touch. And to me, this is the energy of you creating your own luxurious environment. So some of you could actually purchase a home during this time. Some of you could decorate your home. I feel like your home is going to be your sanctuary this year. It's going to be filled with everything that you need, to the point where you may feel like you don't even want to leave your home, right? Because I'm also hearing smell as well, right? That's one of the senses too. So there's going to be rich, delicious gourmet meals that are going to be baked in your kitchen. Also bacon. I'm seeing biscuits. I'm also hearing that, whatever you're doing online, so you could have an online business. It's going to generate you a lot of wealth. So if you started a home business, then this home business is going to flourish this year. This is the energy of you having what you need during this time, being abundant, not just abundant financially, but being abundant emotionally. And this is great because we have the Seven of Pentacles, where there's the energy of confusion and feeling quite drained. This could also represent that some of you may actually tie the knot with another Taurian energy, or you could become a wife, or you could become a husband to someone this year, right? Some of you could become parents also. You're going to find your joy from, your spouse, your home, and your children. You're going to find an energy of feeling connected. This is about roots to me as well. So this is creating your own legacy with another person, and this brings a lot of happiness, or it will bring a lot of happiness and joy to yourself. And some of you again could meet a new love partner that could be a Taurus also, or have Taurus in their chart, both being on the same vibrational frequencies, both liking to indulge and go out and have a good time, both wanting to pamper one another, both having the same focus in life. This is where you're going to find your happiness from, right? Some of you, if you're connected to someone, this person is somebody that wants to create a family with you. They may want to actually marry you. This person is very serious. They will see long-term potential with you. Now let's move on to the sixth card. Actually, going back to the fifth house again, because the fifth house speaks about fertility. So you will be very fertile this year as well. And fertile in regards, because I'm thinking of the Empress, right? Fertile in regards to, creating different ideas, projects, putting them out there and seeing that, you generate wealth from these creations that you have, thought about. Also, again, I'm hearing for some of you that you could cement a connection with somebody and making it transform to a higher level of commitment by either getting married. Here's spiritual wedding for some of you, but this is a very traditional card. So some of you could actually get proposed to, and for some of you, I'm hearing that you could actually, you could actually have a child, and this is like the icing on the cake for your foundations, the legacy that you are creating. Now let's move on to the sixth card, which is Virgo energy. Now, the sixth card represents your health, your fitness, systems, analytical nature, and service given, because Virgos actually rule the sixth house, right? So we have the High Priestess, right? This is Pisces energy again. Some of you definitely have Pisces in your chart. We have Pisces here 4 times. So I feel in regards of the High Priestess, this is about you. There was something that you was opposed to in the past that you're going to be embracing in the now. And with the High Priestess there, the High Priestess does speak about spirituality. She does speak about secrets. So there's a secret part of you that you would like to express. And I feel more so that this is a time where you're really going to be getting in touch with your spirituality. Some of you, again, this is about tarot reading. Some of you may decide to, even if it's not a case where you want to do it for others, though I feel that some of you may actually turn a tarot hobby into an actual business, and you may see this actually flourish, right? you may actually want to study, or you may actually want to work, because the sixth house does speak about work. You may actually want to work in the spiritual community. So to me, this is about starting your own channel. For some of you, you could have your own business and people visit you at home. There's something along them lines. This is about you researching about spirituality and learning about your own spiritual gifts with the high priestess as well. And some of you just saying, look, I actually want to do this full time, and actually doing it full time and feeling at one with it. This is something that you may want to keep secret from other people as well. And also there's a sense of you really gaining inner knowledge and seeing things that you may not have seen before, in regards to, like I said, you know, connecting the dots in regards to how things may have played out before. Synchronicity, seeing signs, seeing symbols, and thinking, oh, okay, because to me, some of you are on your spiritual journey, like you're going through a transformation right here. The sixth house also speaks about health and fitness, so using holistic, did I say that properly, guys? Methods in regards to healing oneself. So maybe doing a lot of research, you know, looking at how, you know, whilst using spiritual practices, you can actually heal yourself, right? And maybe passing on this information to others. This is about doing research in the background. For some of you, you could be making your own, you know, exercises to heal and cure things. You could be making your own medicines, is what I'm picking up. But this is going to be done maybe later on, because it's the energy of you doing a lot of research. It's about maybe you having an issue, you having a problem, and trying to find out how you can heal yourself. And once you find out how you can do this, you're going to be passing on the baton to other people and using this as an actual business. Again, this is something about you going into an area of spirituality, maybe doing tarot, and feeling to yourself, wait a minute, this tarot has helped me, so I want to learn more about it so that I can help others. You know, this is very powerful, but it may be something you do in the background before you go out there and present it to other people. Now, let's talk about, let's go back to the high priestess. And again, if some of you were very, you know, analytical, because I know like Tauruses, they're very logical, etc., and you may have like a Mercury in Taurus, etc., then this is about you balancing out your emotional side of your brain in alignment with your logical side of your brain, as opposed to just focusing on one aspect of your mind, where you may have been quite logical and just took things as facts, as opposed to delving into hidden truths or investigating. This is about you being in balance, or you leaning more upon your more spiritual side of the way your mind works, which is, you know, amazing. Now let's move on to the seventh card, which represents Libra energy. I don't know if I'm getting this all mixed up. All right, so we got the moon card again. This is Piscean energy. Now the seventh card talks about your relationships, your marriage, contracts, business, partners, equality. Okay, this is yeah. So with the moon card, you know, this does speak about illusion. This does speak about fears. So there could be some sort of fear for some of you in regards to getting into a partnership. You know, you may be at some sort of crossroads whereby some of you may feel to yourself, do I settle down with this person? Do I not? Do I stay single, or do I get into a partnership? There could be fear, again, for some of you in regards to settling down, getting married, although some of you could actually get married, but some of you may decide that you want to just be in a commitment, but you want to put marriage off. But because there is going to be some sort of energy here whereby you may feel as though if you make a specific change, then it's going to change the whole course of your life with the moon card. But that's just a fear. You know, some of you may fear giving up your freedom. Like, if I get involved with this person, that means I'm not going to have my freedom, although I know that this person is right for me. This could speak about self-sabotaging, right? For some of you, this could also speak about someone that could try and sabotage a relationship that you're in. This could be a Pisces person, and this person keeps coming up, so be quite mindful. But I do feel for some of you, if you got Pisces in your chart, then you could actually sabotage yourself in regards to stepping into something that could be great due to fear, is what I'm picking up, because there's going to be an energy of you having to make a shift, having to make a change, right? Also, business partnerships. This is also an indication that there could be like a dodgy business deal that could occur. So someone may want to actually partner up with you, but it's only for their benefit. Now, obviously, if you go into business with someone else, then both parties need to benefit from this business venture. But I feel like if you do sign something, then it's advisable to really look at the print, you know, because this person may say, okay, I only want 50%, when in actual fact you could be signing that they take, say, 80%, and you're left with 20, right? So just be quite mindful if someone is very persistent with you, what are they going to bring to the table, etc., right? Because there could be an energy of people wanting to collaborate with you, wanting to maybe ride off your coattails, because you're going to be doing something something that is actually, could be, I definitely feel for some of you, something in regards to your creativity that's going to be bringing in abundance, or someone could be an opportunist and could see that whatever you're creating could bring in a lot of abundance, so they're going to quickly try and jump on the bandwagon, because they're going to know that whatever idea you have, it's going to blow, so they are going to want to be a part of it. And this person may have like a Mercury in Pisces for some of you, or they could speak in riddles so it confuses you, but it's only to profit and benefit. You know, they only want to benefit themselves. This person, I thought, was not to be trusted, with the Hanged Man right here. And we've got Pisces a lot of times as well. Or you may decide you want to open up your own spiritual shop, and another person wants to collaborate with you. So this is about really being mindful. For some of you, this person's not dodgy, right? But for others of you, because I'm looking at the Scorpio there, there's something hidden. There's a hidden motive with this individual also. It's something that's not going to be equal here. You know, someone could be actually trying to pull the wool over your eyes, is what I'm picking up. Someone could be saying that they want something when they really don't. It could be you. You could be agreeing to something with someone when you really don't want the same things as you. So if that is the case, Taurus, then speak the truth, because, you know, you could be leading someone on and actually end up hurting the other person, okay? Or vice versa. If you notice that someone is not living up to what they say they're going to do, then, you know, take action before it gets too serious and you get hurt, okay? So let's move on to the 8th card, which is all about merging, sex, intimacy, shared resources, tax, assets, partners, and resources. I think I said resources already. So the 8th card is ruled by the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio. And the 8th house is very plutonic, because Scorpios rule Pluto. And we have the Queen of Swords. So with this card right here, this speaks about you being very diligent in regards to your dealing with others, right? So even if this energy comes around you, you know, this person that is trying to deceive you, etc., because you will be honed in more on your spirituality this year, and it could grow and progress, which is positive. This is the energy of you balancing out, remember what I mentioned before, your logical mind to your spiritual mind, and seeing through the BS. So even if someone is trying to manipulate you into signing a contract or collaborating with you, even though you may not gain as much as they will, even though it's not their creation, you will, you know, cut these individuals out, or you will actually speak your truth about your findings, about what they're trying to do. You may say, look, I don't even need you to work with me. I'm good on my own, or I'm going to align myself with, you know, different partners that, you know, I feel will be more beneficial for me at this time. So this is about you speaking your truth, maybe cutting people off, being in the driver's seat in regards to what you sign, what you don't sign, you know, getting through those tax papers, not letting things build up, you know, speaking to higher authoritative figures, you know, creating plans that could work long term for you, but you being a boss about it, you not being fearful. Maybe you were quite fearful before with in regards to speaking to higher authority figures, speaking to people that you knew that you had to connect with. But this is about you being in charge, having that authority and not being fearful and gaining respect from others as well. Also, I feel like you may want to merge more logically with your partner in regard to speaking about your emotions, because you may have felt that you and your partner may not speak about your feelings, even though the Queen of Swords is more logically based. You may have felt that you and your partner kept that part of the relationship separated. It was very detached. It was very cold in some regards. So this is about you stating to your partner the things that you're not happy about. We don't communicate enough. All we talk about is money, or all we talk about is paying bills, etc. I want to talk about, future goals. I want to talk about things that doesn't make me happy, things that upset me. Let's talk about things that upset you so that we can find a common ground, really being mature in that energy is what I'm picking up. Also, this could also indicate that, because this is like Libra energy, Gemini energy, so that's communication. Libra energy is all about balance and truth. So some of you, if you are married, you may actually want to sign a prenup as well. This is something that could be kept hidden. Maybe that could be the thing for some of you. You could be getting involved with a new partner and they're rushing some sort of marriage review and saying, let's not sign a prenup. But you could be like, no, we're signing that prenup, because you could be with someone and your company is doing well, or they could see that you're on the cusp of something big, and they may want to actually collaborate with you. And this doesn't mean a love partner, because 8th house can speak about other people you're connected with as well. So some of you also, you could actually, I'm hearing, sign a contract with a company that is quite well known where you live, right? So this could be maybe if you have something creative, again, because look, Page of Cups at the top and Queen of Swords at the bottom, because I do tie the top and the bottom cards together. Some of you could actually be signing a contract with a publishing company this year, with a food company this year, with a clothing company this year, with a hair company this year, a makeup company this year. But you will be representing yourself, or some of you will actually get a lawyer to actually look at the documents to make sure that what you're signing is correct. Some of you could find a flaw in a document and you could change this, or you could work with other people. So this is about you being very strategic, you being a boss about things, and you making sure that you get your rights, you gain the respect, and this is like no one's gonna be pulling the wool over your eyes. This is fantastic. And again, some of you could be getting divorced this year, and I say that delicately, and you're making sure that you get what you deserve. So in regards to getting the right lawyer, you're gonna make sure that you get half of everything rightfully, or you get everything. Especially if someone was trying to pull the wool over your eyes and take things from you. This is not one whereby you're going to sleep on things and let the universe take care of it. Yes, the universe does take care of things, but you also have to take action, and you will be taking action. Whether that means you get the best lawyer, whether that means, you represent yourself, but you will be respected and you will be speaking your truth as well. You may even say to your partner, let's go into business together. This could be a way of us spending more time with each other if we go into business together. Let's find a brand, a company that's going to represent us. Let's shop around. But I definitely feel some of you are going to be signing a very important contract this year. Also, let's move on to the 9th card, which speaks about higher learning, travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education, again with higher learning, cross-cultural relations. And the 9th card is represented by the 9th sign, which is the 9th house is represented by Sagittarius. So we see the 9 of Swords. So there's something that you may feel quite restricted by. Okay, so some of you, I feel you're going to want to break free from a certain way of thinking and a certain way of being. This is like Mercury in Aquarius energy, feeling as though in this card, you know, this lady feels as though she's trapped. She's unable to get out of a situation whereby she's actually in control. She can release herself from this situation and she can run through that gap. And some of you have been in situations, some of you could be studying, some of you could feel like things are just getting long, jarring. Some of you may feel as though, some of you may feel quite trapped in a specific energy in regards to learning about something. And excuse my phone, guys. And this is about you freeing yourself from those entrapments. So some of you could actually finish off a course next year. Okay, I'm hearing hallelujah. But some of you, if you're doing like a degree, if you're doing like a master's or something, or if you're doing a college course, you could actually finish it off this year. And this course may have made you feel quite trapped and restricted. You could actually be moving on to higher learning after doing this actual course. And this is why this course may have stressed you out, because it was the pathway to learning more. So that means that you will have to move on to something of more higher knowledge, but you just had to get through this chapter of your life, and you may have felt that you wouldn't be able to get through it. Or there could be something in regards to learning about something in order for you to sell a creative, you know, project, or, you know, in order for you to sell what you wanted to sell, you had to do a course on it, or you had to learn about something in order to turn it into a business. This is about you getting out of that cycle of feeling restricted, but knowing that you have to complete this specific cycle in order to go to that next level. This is about you doing that and transforming from that and feeling free is what I'm picking up. You will gain a lot of wisdom, because you will realize that it took you to have to focus and dedicate your time and not take any shortcuts. That's Saturnian energy, and Aquarius was ruled by Saturn once upon a time. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're learning, it's going to require you to be focused and diligent, work diligently, and not try and take any shortcuts, or you're going to be back at square one. And I don't really feel some of you will be traveling a lot this year, because your main focus will be on maybe your schooling, or maybe learning about your craft in regards to what you want to, you know, turn into a business. And again, yes, you'll be socializing with others, but your focus is going to be getting past that finishing line in order to get to that next level. So this is about you working diligently on something in order to maybe sell it, or in order to actually go into higher education, and not taking any shortcuts. And it's going to come as a release for you when you do so. Now let's move on to the 10th card, which is ruled by Capricorn. And this 10th card represents your career, your long-term status, reputation, experts, fame, men, and father. So we have the Judgment card. There's going to be I'm hearing life transformative situation that's going to happen for you this year in 2022, because the Judgment card is ruled by Cancer, it's ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is all about what's hidden, what's going to be brought into the, you know, the ethers, what's going to be brought into the 3D, I should say. So things that were hidden is going to be brought into the forefront, you know, and it may shake a few people up. And Cancer energy is all about emoting and feelings. So again, this to me is speaking about your spirituality. Maybe some of you could be coming out and saying, look, I'm into tarot, I'm into astrology, or these are my beliefs, right? Going to this 9th house, you know, this 9th card as well, 9th house energy. You may have felt to yourself that I have to hide a part of myself and what I actually believe in to appease others. I'm going to break free from that. I'm going to speak my truth, right? This is actually going to bring you salvation. It's actually going to bring you a sense of release, that you can actually be yourself, right? The Judgment card also speaks about, I'm hearing, doing something that no one maybe in your family line or in your organization has done before. So you could be doing something that is going to be taking on historical proportions, is what I'm hearing with that Plutonic energy. Pluto breaks down the old to rebuild the new. So some of you could be going into organization, or you could be creating something that could actually be the new way forward, right? And some of you could actually force maybe higher ups to tap into their emotions as opposed to just being very logically based is what I'm picking up. But I definitely get a sense of being recognized. Maybe if you are like a tarot reader, you're doing something in spirituality, you're going to be gaining a lot of recognition for this, even if it's in regards to something that you do creatively, because there's a lot of creative projects that you have on the pipeline. This is about, you know, maybe people wanting to take you on because they knew that your way is the new way forward. And again, this could be done, you know, this has definitely got something to do with spirituality. This is definitely saying that if you do decide to join a club or organization, obviously 10th house does represent men and father, then this is about changing something to do with your lineage by you getting a position or you being pushed in the forefront of something. Because you're definitely going to be, it's just saying that you're going to be in the public eye, but I feel like whatever you're working on, because there's the energy of you working in silence, yeah, with the high priestess, it's almost like you're going to be catapulted into the spotlight and no one will see it coming with whatever you're doing. This is something creative that you're doing, but this is something that you're not going to be shouting out about. You're going to be coming out from nowhere and people be like, who is he, who is she, you know, and there's something that maybe your father or someone that was like a father figure to you may have started in the past, and you are going to continue it. I'm also hearing you may get judged for it, but it may be due to jealousy, because you will be taking on something of huge proportions is what I'm picking up. You're going to transform the way people see things. You're going to transform an old way of being and turning it into something new, but you'll be getting recognized for it. I may come back to this judgment card. Let's move on to 11th card, which represents Aquarius energy, groups, clubs, organizations, and networking. Okay, so you're going to be around, right? This is Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. So I definitely feel that some of you will be in different groups and clubs. This energy also is very high energized, right? Some of you may have like Sagittarius in your chart, a Mars in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius. So you may decide, for some of you, not to, for my singles anyway, you may decide that you may not want to settle down with anyone. For others of you, you may decide to have like some sort of whirlwind, you know, connection with someone where there will be a lot of passion, where there'll be a lot of back and forth communication, but more so back and forth, going to see the person coming to see you. This could be someone that is of a different cultural background than yourself. You may meet, if you're single, a new partner that is, you may meet a new partner from some sort of social club or organization or networking event that you belong to. This is where you can meet a future spouse for some of you, because it's at the bottom of the King of Pentacles. So you may actually marry this person in the future, and this individual who you connect with, you may know this person already for some of you, but this person is going to be very important in your life. There could be a lot of passion between yourself and this individual in the now. There could also be a lot of people feeling very attracted to you for some of you. I feel for some of you, you may find your soul tribe in regards to if you do any high intensity exercise. So some of you may join a gym this year. Some of you may, you know, find the right club to belong to if you do competitive sports. The Knight of Wands does speak about competitive sports for me. So there will be a lot of traveling. So some of you may travel. I did say there may not be a lot of travel for some of you if you are in like higher education, etc. If you're like working from home. But in regards to like if you do any type of sports, competitive sports, then there will be a lot of back and forth travel. There will be a lot of competitions, etc. You know, this is about you connecting with your true soul tribe and maybe finding a love partner in these group settings. Let's move on to the 10th card, which represents Pisces, karma, rehabilitation, healing self, and isolation. So this to me speaks about you actually collaborating with others. 3 of Pentacles. finding your true soul tribe. Some of you are going to find the right job for you, the high priestess. It's something to do with your spirituality. And again, the 3 represents the third house. Third house rules Gemini. So this is about connecting with people around your area. This could also be on the internet for some of you as well, you know, joining forums, etc., that people are who are like-minded, people that are into spirituality, people that are into tarot, people that are into philosophy, etc., collaborating with them, maybe joining up to do some sort of business with them. But remember to read that fine print, right? This could also represent you actually going to see a counselor. For some of you, you wanted to heal yourself, because some of you may have Pisces in your chart, and Pisces is going through their 12th house transit. So some of you could actually want to take action and get a third party involved, i.e. I want to, you know, gain help. I want to see a psychologist. I want to see, or some of you could be doing a psychology degree, right? I want to see a counselor. I want to unearth and, you know, unburden myself in some way. This also speaks about socializing. So again, we start off with 3, we end with 3, collaborating with others, and, you know, putting your projects out there. Some of you could decide to, you know, see a relationship counselor if you felt your connection was in trouble. You know, some of you could decide to actually seek help in regards to, you know, if you had any issues with your health. You may actually seek holistic help and also do the research yourself. And obviously you maybe try and sell what you have created, etc. But this is about, you know, looking at ways that you can improve your life and not being afraid to reach out to others and reach out for that help. So Taurus, that was your reading. I will speak to you soon. Have an amazing year. Peace out.